Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another PSA submission. Now, I know most of you here know what PSA is, but for those who don't, let me give you a quick rundown. Professor Randolph coming at you. PSA stands for Professional Sports Authenticator, and they're an organization based all the way in America who started primarily for sports cards, collectible trading sports cards. And as their name implies, what they do is they pretty much authenticate your trading cards. They also check the condition and quality of the card and give it a grade from 1, which is the worst, to 10, which is the best. And we like to refer to the 10 grade as Gem Mint, okay? So, Gem Mint 10. Of course, as the world became more modern and more trading cards were released, such as Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, they adapted and started accepting those hobbies, and loads more. But you might be thinking, Randolph, why is that important? So first of all, if you have a card graded by PSA, you know that it's authentic. But not only that, it gives it an actual, guarantee on the condition of the card. For example, I get so many messages from you guys on Twitter and Instagram saying, Randolph, I've got a card if you're interested in buying it. And of course, me being in the market for more Pokemon cards all the time, I click that message, super excited, waiting to see what is in the picture. However, I see something like this, a card that looks like it's straight from Satan's collection, or something that he uses as a bookmark in the Bible to save his place. I'm not sure where this is going. However, if someone messages me with a card in a PSA case with a PSA grade, I can be certain of the condition and the authenticity of the card. So in today's video, I'm going to be submitting some of my cards, and then hopefully fast forward to a month or so later, I'll then get my PSA returns where I receive and see the grade that they give me. And I don't know what that grade is until I open it on the video. So it's a really awesome experience. And as always, make sure you leave a like on this video. 1 like equals 1 PSA 10 in the returns of this submission. And so as you can see down here, these are the cards that I'm going to be submitting today. I'm going to be going through each and every one in detail in this video. And most of these are actually Hidden Fates cards, and specifically the Shiny Vault subset within Hidden Fates. So let's get into it. And obviously, as you can tell by the title, in this pile right here, there is a Shiny Charizard GX from Hidden Fates that I pulled before I started making YouTube videos. I know I still haven't pulled it on camera, but it's coming soon. Don't worry. But anyway, the first card that I'm going to be submitting is a Shiny Swablu. So as you guys know, I'm currently working on a full Shiny Vault set within Hidden Fates, but not all of these cards are actually from my collection. These are just kind of duplicates I've got. Next up, we've got a Beldum, another awesome shiny Pokemon from Hidden Fates. I'm kind of waiting till I can get all of the Shiny Vault cards in my own collection first before I start deciding what to send out of those cards to PSA. And maybe I'll do like a huge submission where I send all 94 cards off in one video and see if we can get PSA 10 copies all over the board. So the next card I'm going to be submitting is a Seviper, another shiny holo card from Hidden Fates. And these are all super minty in my opinion. I kind of picked the best of the best. Perfect centering. I haven't really checked for holo foil scratches. I'm just kind of assuming that there are none. However, there are going to be a few scratches here and there. So next up, we have a Wooper, a shiny Wooper. Now, this is one of my favorite shiny Pokemon in existence, really. I mean, usually it's blue. Now it's fully pink. I mean, what's not to love? I mean, look at that. Pink on blue is a great combination. So there we have a Wooper. Next up, we have a Buzzwole. I've got 2 of these to send in the submission. As you can see, the next one is also a Buzzwole 2. And you guys know that I'm not a massive fan of Ultra Beasts, mainly because I didn't get that far in the games. But I do have to admit, Buzzwole is probably one of my favorites, just because, I mean, look at him. This guy's hench, man. Okay, so after Buzzwole, we have a Diancie. Now, it's actually a really rare card, or quite an expensive card within the Hidden Fates set. I'm not sure what makes this more expensive. Maybe it's just the Pokemon design, or maybe it's a fan favorite. I don't know. Again, this one is super minty. Got a bit of dust on the case, but that's fine. Awesome. Okay, moving on. We have, I think, another Ultra Beast. Yep, there we go. We have Poipole and another Ultra Beast that I actually like for some reason. I heard that James Turner, the person who created this Pokemon, or designed it at least, said that this Pokemon here was a starter Pokemon from a different dimension other than ours, okay? And that's why it looks kind of starter Pokemon-y, which I think is really cool. And the shiny variant of this card is awesome. So there we go, getting through these nicely. Next up, we have a Rowlet. Many people's favorite Pokemon, or at least one of my favorite starter Pokemon out there. And again, super minty. I really can't see anything wrong with the holo foil. And on the back, we have good centering too. Maybe a little bit top to bottom heavy, but shouldn't be enough to get that lower grade. I don't want to say every card in this submission is going to be a 10 because that would be my famous last words, but they're pretty nice, okay? Next up, we have a Froakie. Let's go. Again, a big fan favorite in terms of starter Pokemon, and I guess Pokemon in general. I love Froakie. The shiny could be a little bit better in my opinion. However, shiny Greninja, sublime, baby. Okay, moving on. Now, Greater Gem actually told me to stop sending cards in with these tabs. Apparently, PSA don't like them. This card is a... we got a shiny Magnemite. You guys know I had to get this one submitted and graded. Magnemite, aka Magnemite, has become a fan favorite on this channel just because of the correct way that I pronounce this Pokemon. But nah, these tabs are so that the graders can take them out really easily when they get them. However, apparently PSA don't like these. I'm not sure why. But yeah, Grader Gen did tell me to stop sending these cards with the tabs on. And for those who are wondering what they are, they're just sticky tabs. They don't go on the card at all. Never put tape on cards, okay? Never. But they are on the back of the sleeve, inside this big sleeve, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you do have some nice cards that you want to get graded with PSA through Grader Gem, make sure you just get in touch with them, email them, and they'll be able to walk you through the process on how to actually get the cards to them, etc. But yeah, I really do recommend their service. They're amazing people. I've actually done some videos with them on the channel. But yeah, love the guys to bits, and they've got a great service too. Okay, so after this, we have... Ooh, we got another Magnemite. So that means if these do come back in good grades, I might be listing these onto my website, pokerand.net. If you guys want any Pokemon cards, whether it's sealed packs, whether it's single cards, whether it's merchandise, pokerand.net is the place to be, guys. Okay, we move. We continue. This next card is a... Ooh, and a Alolan Vulpix. And I know for a fact I've sent a couple. No. Not even a couple, I've sent a few. And by the way, guys, who agrees with me that a few is always 3? A few can't be 4, can't be 2, it's always 3, okay? Let me know if you agree with that. I've got a lot of disagreements with my friends, especially Simon on the podcast about that one, so let me know. But yeah, a really cute Pokemon. I know this is a fan favorite out there. Shout out to Xeni on Instagram. Make sure you guys are going to check that profile out. Super cool and a great card collection. So yeah, super minty on the back as well, I do believe, yeah. So hopefully we are fortunate with the returns for that one. Next up, I do believe we have another fan favorite here. Yep, there we go, baby. We have an Eevee. Oh, okay. This one is a little bit off center. And, oh, I just noticed. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but when I was opening some Hidden Fates packs recently, some of the actual cards were hollow too. Let me take this out and show you guys real quick. So it's only supposed to be this part here that is hollow, or textured at least. So the background, the hollow foil pattern is textured. However, they made a mistake, and I'm not sure if you can see it. I might have to get the angle right. I mean, first of all, look how nice this card is, man. Hidden Fates is one of the best sets ever, in my opinion. I think these cards are going to be worth quite a lot in the future, if I'm honest. They've got great nostalgia and also just great design to them. And they're all shiny. I can't really seem to get the light right on this card, so you're going to have to take my word for it. But this part here, the rest of the card is also textured. It's really weird. That's not supposed to happen. And it is an error. I don't think it's enough to get the error qualifier with PSA, but hopefully they don't grade the card down for that at least. Okay, next up, we have another Eevee. And after that, wait, hold on, a bit of dust on this. I really need to start putting this back in cling film, you know, because that completely protects the cards. Hopefully dust doesn't get in here anyway, but yep, there we go, another Eevee. But yeah, sometimes, well, always dust around the card is not ideal. So yeah, usually I wrap these up in cellophane, cling film, or saran wrap, I think it's called in America. But yeah, there we go, 3 Eevees. Next up, I think we're now moving on to... Yeah, let's go, baby. We are now moving on to the full art shiny GX cards. And trust me, guys, I've got a lot more of these in my collection waiting to be sent, but just not right now, okay? But yeah, here we have a Noivern GX. Love this card, love this artwork. Looks really good, so I'm hoping for some gem mints. Like I said, I'm hoping for most of these cards to come back in a gem mint, if I'm being honest. Next up, we have a Katana Gx. Now, oh, okay. The centering is not as good on this card. And on the back too, you can see that as well. So let's see in the returns if I'm correct with that inclination, but you never know. Sometimes the graders know more than I do, so they'll be able to let us know. That's why we send the cards to PSA in the first place. Next up, we have, boom, we have a Zygarde Gx. I actually really like this Pokemon. Looks like a Transformer, and that's kind of cool. Following Zygarde, we have a... Oh, baby, we're moving on to the gold cards now. We have a gold Lunala. This is actually a Black Star promo. Yep, as you can see in the corner. This is one of the cards you got in one of the bigger collection boxes from Hidden Fates, which is cool. I think we have another one of these. Yep, there we go. One for me, one for you guys. Unless I end up keeping these in my collection for future years. We'll see. But there we go. Look at that. Boom. Lovely. Next up, we have another gold card. Now, I like Lunala as much as I like Solgaleo. I don't know. In general, but as these two cards go, I much prefer the Solgaleo card. Look at it, man. Oh, wow. It looks like a sun and a lion in front of the sun. I don't know. And of course, following suit, we have another one. Another Solgaleo. Now, I'm not sure how these are going to grade. The centering looks good, but I'm not the best judge when it comes to these types of full arts where the border is kind of like, looks like this. But yeah, there we go. The next card is another gold card. This time, actually from the Shiny Vault Hidden Fate set. Actually, this is the last card in the entire set. Tapu Lele, 94 out of 94. But yeah, another really nice card there. Can't wait to see what that one gets. And actually, I'm not sending that card with the rest of the gold cards. I only have, this is a duplicate, as I said in the intro. And the other 2 Tapu gold cards I have are the only ones in my collection, so I'm not submitting those just yet. And I actually need Tapu Fini in my collection, so hopefully we can pack that soon. Next up, we have Decidueye. I kind of put 4 towards the back that are my, maybe my favorite cards in the Shiny Vault set, or definitely up there. And Decidueye being one of them. I actually really like this Pokemon in general. I love the whole Rowlet line, apart from the middle one, Dartrix. Ugh. But yeah, Decidueye here, full art, shiny. Hopefully this gets a good grade. I'll be very happy if it does. Next up, we have, boom, Lucario GX, baby. Love to see this card. Absolute beauty. Maybe a little bit off center, but let's hope for the best. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time to submit the 2 cards that you've seen in the back of most of my videos in the case. But now we have Greninja GX, baby, voted the Pokemon of the Year, which is really impressive. And I really hope that other Pokemon, such as Greninja, Lucario, get more of the limelight within the upcoming TCG sets, because we can't always rely on Charizard to be the #1. We also need some other Pokemon in the mix as well to keep things exciting and to keep the market and the hobby healthy, in my opinion. So hopefully this card is going to come back in Gem Mint. With that being said, though, what I just said a minute ago, the final card, ladies and gentlemen, in this submission is a, boom, full art shiny Charizard GX. Now, do I think this is a Gem Mint 10? No, I don't. The centering is a bit off. In fact, it's quite a bit off. Let me move these cards out the way and zoom in for you. So this is actually as far as I can zoom in. And as you can see, it's not bad. It's not entirely noticeable on first glance. However, this side here is bigger or is wider than the left-hand side there. So the centering is not amazing. However, like I said, you never know. It might be within the allowance of what is accepted in terms of centering at PSA. I hope I explained that right. Pretty much, there's a bit of a leeway with the centering. And on the back, it looks pretty... The centering looks fine on the back, yeah. The back is fine. It's just the... Obviously, the edges look perfect as well. It's just the center on the front. You know what? This might get it, man. This might get that Gem Mint 10. Ooh, let's hope, baby. Let's hope. But guys, we've now reached the end of my submission here. Now, don't worry. I do have a lot more cards to send to PSA. I've got a full box behind me, but I need to film separate videos, to keep the content flowing for you guys. But the way I'm going to do this, I'm hoping to film like 3 or 4 PSA submissions, but send them in one go, so I get them back at the same time. And then again, film 3 or 4 returns. I'll get Laura to separate the cards. Don't worry, I won't know any of the grades. But guys, I'm going to leave things there for now. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. I mean, I'm sure you did if you made it to the end. Leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite card in this submission and which card you think is going to get a PSA 10 and which card you don't think is going to get a PSA 10. But we're also happy with 9s. We don't discriminate on PSA grades. We do enjoy 9s. However, 8, 7s, stinky. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. That's a big thing, guys. Make sure you don't watch my videos without subscribing, okay? Hit that big red button down there. And I'll be back tomorrow for some more Pokemon content. For now, though, take care and peace out.